Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we read diving deep into a story that is as relevant now as it was thousands of years ago. It's a classic fable, but stick with me because the lesson it holds about ego, perception, and the dangers of unearned praise is something we see every single day, especially in our hyper-connected, social media-driven world. Imagine this scene. A man needs to transport a beautiful, sacred statue to a temple in the town. His mode of transport? An ordinary donkey, an ass. So he carefully places this revered image on the donkey's back, and they begin their journey. As they travel along the main road, something interesting starts to happen. Every person they pass, men, women, children, stops what they're doing. They bow their heads, they show deep respect, they make gestures of reverence. Now, from our perspective, it's obvious why they're doing this, right? They are honoring the sacred image, the symbol of their faith that the donkey is carrying. But the donkey has a different interpretation. He feels the rhythm of the journey, sees every head bow, every person showing deference. And in his simple donkey mind, a thought begins to form. Wow, I must be someone really special. Look at all this attention I'm getting. All these people are bowing to me. He starts to feel a little puff of pride in his chest. He straightens his back a bit more, lifts his head a little higher. He's no longer just a humble beast of burden. In his own mind, he's a celebrity, a VIP on a grand procession. The more people they pass, the more his ego inflates. He starts to think, this is the life. I'm clearly the most important creature in this whole town. He mistakes the reverence for the cargo as reverence for the carrier. This is where things start to go downhill. With his newfound sense of self-importance, the donkey begins to feel that the actual work of carrying the statue is beneath him. A creature as magnificent as myself shouldn't have to carry this heavy load, he thinks. I'm the one they're all worshipping, after all. This feeling of entitlement grows and grows until he decides he's had enough. Right in the middle of the road, he just stops, plants his hooves firmly on the ground, and refuses to move another inch. He's making a statement. He's protesting the indignity of his labor. His driver is, of course, completely baffled. He prods the donkey, pulls on the reins, and coaxes him with gentle words. Come on, let's go. We have to get to the temple. But the donkey is resolute. He won't budge. He is just so caught up in his own perceived greatness that he believes he can do whatever he wants. He's the star of the show, and the show will proceed on his terms. Frustration mounts for the driver. The destination is still far, and the day is getting on. Seeing that gentle persuasion isn't working, the driver's patience runs out. He grabs his stick and starts whacking the stubborn donkey, not just once or twice, but hard and repeatedly. And as he's hitting him, he yells out, "Oh, you dunder-headed idiot! Did you really think it's come to this? That people are bowing down and worshipping a donkey? They're worshipping the image, you fool, not you." And just like that, with the sting of the stick and the harsh truth of the driver's words, the donkey's bubble of self-importance is violently burst. The reality of the situation comes crashing down on him. He wasn't the celebrity. He wasn't the one being adored. He was just the transport. The applause was never for him. The moral of the story is simple but powerful. Rude shocks await those who take to themselves the credit that is due to others. Now, let's pull this ancient story into the 21st century. How many donkeys have we seen in our own lives? Think about the world of social media. Someone gets a taste of viral fame, not because of their own unique talent, but because they were associated with a trend, a popular person, or a hot topic. They were simply in the right place at the right time. They were the vehicle for a popular image. For a moment, they are showered with likes, follows, and praise. The numbers go up, the dopamine hits, and they start to believe the hype. They think, I'm a genius, I'm an influencer. I am the reason for all this success. Their ego inflates, just like the donkeys. They start to believe they are the source of the value, not just the carrier. They forget that the audience was drawn to the image, the trend, the meme, the collaboration, not necessarily to them as an individual. And then what happens? The trend dies down. The collaboration ends. The algorithm changes. The attention shifts. Suddenly, the bows and adulation stop. The likes dry up. And they're left standing in the middle of the road, wondering why no one is paying attention to them anymore. This is their driver's stick moment. The harsh reality hits that the fame was borrowed. They were confusing the platform with their own personal power. This doesn't just happen to influencers. Think about it in a corporate setting. A junior employee is part of a team that lands a huge, successful project led by a brilliant manager. The whole company celebrates the success. The junior employee, who played a small but necessary role, starts to think, wow, I'm really good at this. This success is because of me. They might get a promotion or a bonus, which further fuels this belief. They start to give themselves airs, maybe even look down on their colleagues. They've been mistaken the success of the project, the image, as a testament to their own singular genius. Then they move to a new team or a new company, expecting the same level of automatic success and adoration. But without the brilliant manager and the strong team, the real drivers of success, they flounder. Reality hits hard. It can even happen in personal relationships. Someone might be friends with a very popular, charismatic person. When they're out together, they get a lot of attention. People are friendly, they get invited to parties, they feel important. But they're basking in the reflected glory of their friend. They're the donkey carrying the image of their popular friend. If they were to go out alone, the reception might be very different. The rude shock comes when they realize people were drawn to their friend's light, and they were just standing in it. So what's the takeaway here? It's about humility and self-awareness. It's about understanding the difference between the value you carry and your own intrinsic value. It's crucial to be able to distinguish between praise for your role and praise for your soul. When you are part of something successful, whether it's a project, a trend, or a team, it's great to celebrate that success, but it's vital to maintain perspective. Ask yourself, what was my actual contribution? What value did I truly bring? Is this praise for the image I'm carrying, or is it for me? Recognizing where credit is truly due isn't about diminishing your own worth. In fact, it's the opposite. It builds character, integrity, and long-term respect. People who are quick to share credit and acknowledge the contributions of others are seen as true leaders and collaborators. They're the ones people want to work with again. The donkey, on the other hand, just ends up looking foolish and stubborn. The world is full of people riding the coattails of others, basking in borrowed light. But that light is fleeting. True, sustainable success and self-worth come from building your own light, from developing your own skills, your own character, and your own value. It's about being the creator of the image, not just the carrier. So the next time you find yourself receiving a wave of praise or attention, take a moment. Enjoy it, be grateful for it, but then do a quick reality check. Are you the image, or are you the ass? Knowing the difference can save you from a lot of unnecessary pain and a very rude awakening. It's the key to building a foundation of genuine self-esteem, not one built on the shaky ground of borrowed glory. Thanks so much for watching and for thinking about this with me today. It's a simple story with a message that we can all learn from. If you enjoyed this video and it gave you something to reflect on, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever seen a real-life example of the ass carrying the image? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay humble and stay aware.